So OpenShift is used within our organization for helping to modernize and speed up application delivery. So the business problem that we're trying to address is trying to figure out ways for us to move our applications faster to production, get features out there quicker so that we can obviously turn around more stuff for our customers. The scope of our use case right now is primarily business-facing application stuff that we use for helping our subscribers and our providers, but it also includes our internal-facing applications as well. So any internal tools that we use for doing our own work, a lot of that same type of stuff all gets migrated to OpenShift. One of the, I think, big advantages of OpenShift is, especially over Kubernetes itself, is that it provides a lot of built-in operators for doing a lot of different things right out of the box that you don't have to worry about trying to configure. So one of the big ones is, it's right in your face, is that user interface, being able to work with it inside of a browser. And I think that works very, very well. So I don't know that this is a specific disadvantage for OpenShift. It's a challenge for anything this Kubernetes faces. There's an extremely large learning curve associated with it. And once you get to the point where you're comfortable with it, it's really not bad. But beating that learning curve is a challenge. I've done a couple presentations on our implementation of OpenShift at various conferences, and one of the slides I always have in there is a tweet from years ago. It said, I tried to teach somebody Kubernetes once. Now neither of us knows what it is. So learning curve being the only real negative, I'd have to give it probably an 8. So that's been something we've worked through, right? As we're migrating a lot of our business applications over, we've got a wide range of them. Some of them are relatively new, we'll say last 5 years. Those have migrated without too many issues, right? We've been able to put those over there, put them in containers, and it's been good. We have a handful of applications that are very old and like pre.NET old. Not that we do a lot of .NET development, but those are hard to move over, right? Primarily because our infrastructure is Linux-based, so we don't have any Windows there, so it's been very difficult for us to start migrating some of those. Right now, we're requiring those teams to upgrade to newer versions of .NET before they even consider coming to us and running their workload on our platform. Not anywhere near to the same level, right? But we've looked at the Amazon solutions for it, the AWS solutions. There's one that I wasn't part of that I didn't really look at, so I guess I won't speak to that one. But AWS has been the only one that I've really looked at. From a feature standpoint, I didn't really have a huge difference one way or the other. I think the reason we ended up choosing OpenShift is the ability to run it on-premise. We want to be able to run it within our data center so that we can host our own internal private applications without having to worry about all of the stuff that's required to run it on the public web. That is a complicated question and one that's not easy for me to answer. There's a lot of factors that go into all of the stuff that you just asked about that we just don't have an easy way of measuring, right? And we realize that while we're implementing OpenShift, we've kind of tried to start measuring some of that stuff, but we don't have a baseline to go on, right? So it's hard to say. What I can tell you is general experience with the platform has been extremely positive. From the development aspect, teams have been very, very happy with the speed at which they're able to do stuff. They've been happy with that the way it works in one environment is exactly the way it works in the next environment because we don't have configuration drift, that type of thing. So has very positive impacts, but we didn't have a baseline to start with. So I can't talk about getting there faster or anything like that. I think it's been a positive impact, and it's still transitioning. So we are with OpenShift, and as we're getting more and more teams working with it, finding that we can really standardize a lot on how we do that delivery, and we haven't ever had that in the past, right? If there's 12 different teams, there's 12 different ways to do app delivery, and now we're all starting to converge into a single pattern, which I think has been very good. It's definitely eased some of the cognitive load for development teams so that they can get to where they need to go faster and don't have to learn new technologies. And as far as integrations and stuff like that, I definitely give it a 10. It hasn't had a significant impact on anything we've integrated it with. I guess the only caveat that I'll put on there is it has a lot of self-healing capabilities built into it, which is great, except I am impatient. So when things start breaking, I start looking into them, and my team jokes that we have this rule of thumb of we have to wait 4 hours and let OpenShift try to do its own thing to fix it before we try to intervene. So that has been tough. Yes. 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 Wasn't involved. Yes. I use IntelliJ a lot. I'm a big fan of IntelliJ by JetBrains. Absolutely.